Hi guys, I know it's been a minute. For those of you who are new here, my name is Lindsay. I'm a rising senior at Dartmouth College, majoring in mechanical engineering, and long story short, I make videos about life in general, the college applications process, and kind of honestly just about anything. And today I'm going to be telling you guys some of my top tips for college, and I'm gonna separate this into like 3 videos. This video is just like some general, I guess, more social tips, and then I'm gonna create 2 other videos with academic tips and also like financing and budgeting tips, because I was just sitting down doing like my reflection of junior year and I realized that I've learned so much this year, and if someone had told me a lot of the things that I know now in like freshman year when I just started, I would be so much better off. So I wanted to compile all of this knowledge while it's fresh in my head and share it with you guys. I'm kind of just gonna jump right into the tips, and honestly y'all, if I'm a little awkward around the cameras for many reasons, I've been so afraid to film. Like you guys can see, I haven't posted a YouTube video in a very long time. I've been so afraid to film. But you know, I'm just gonna get up and do it. And like even today, like I'm not wearing 1 drop of makeup right now. Like I was gonna put on my makeup, I was gonna do all of that, and I was like, no girl, just get in front of the camera and do it. So anyways, with that said, let's actually jump right into the tips. My first tip is to do not limit yourself to making friends with people who look like you. I have a lot of, for example, like black pairs, and like I'll be like, oh, do you know XYZ? And I'll be like, oh, I wouldn't know them unless they're black. And honestly, I feel like if you go into college, just limiting yourself to people who look like you, to people who have similar interests, you are genuinely missing out on like half of the experience, and meeting really good people and just a whole new network. So do not limit yourself to people who look like you. Tip number 2 is to get a job outside of the student space. So for example, I work for Dartmouth's alumni social media, and honestly, best job ever. 1, I love it and I love the team, but 2, it has like expanded my network so much because I get invited to a lot of the exclusive alumni events, and when I go, I'm the only student there because I'm on the social media team, and everybody wants to talk to me because all the alumni want to know, you know, what's happening at Dartmouth now, what it's like to go to Dartmouth now. And as a result, like my network has expanded so much, and Dartmouth has like some pretty high profile alumni, and it's kind of crazy sometimes the people's numbers that I have in my phone, and like when they come to visit campus, they're like, hey Lindsay, can we grab lunch, can we grab coffee? And I'm just like, what? So I would highly recommend getting a job outside of the student space. Just remember, like, your colleges are a business, right? So like Dartmouth has a hospital. I'm pretty sure all the colleges have like so many other things that they're doing, and if you can kind of get a job in one of those spaces, you're gonna open yourself up to a whole new network that you just wouldn't get if you were working in the student space, or like if you were working as, for example, like a TA or doing research. And all of those things are good, but just getting a job outside of the student space is just really gonna expand your options and really gonna expand who you can meet and get to know. My third tip is to be strategic with your time and try to take on opportunities that have added value. So for example, with my job with Dartmouth social media, yeah, they pay me to do it, but 2, I have this added value of getting to network with alumni. And that's huge, right? And so, for example, I would never just TA a class for TAing a class. I would have to TA the class and maybe do it because, oh, I want to sharpen up my skills in the class. Or essentially the idea is whatever you're investing your time into college doing, because you can't do everything, you want to make sure whatever you're doing has like multiple benefits from all angles. And I'm gonna talk about this more in like the budgeting finance video, because that will kind of affect what kind of jobs you take and how to kind of literally get the most out of every opportunity. My 4th tip for college is honestly look presentable like every single day. When people know you as someone who's just always well put together, it will only benefit you. I can't tell you how many opportunities I've gotten just because someone is like, oh, Lindsay always like looks decent, so I'm gonna ask her to speak at this event. It has happened to me so many times. And yeah, first impressions matter. Like clearly no one is judging you or anything like that, but just understand first impressions matter and how you present yourself matter. So you want to be known as someone who like always presents themselves well, and just be smart about how you dress. So for example, I have this red coat. I don't know if you can see it in my closet. Like, okay, yeah, do you see that red coat right there? I will strategically wear it to events where like I want to meet people, because I know the minute I wear that red coat, I'm gonna have people coming up, OMG, I love that coat, where did you get it? And it's just a conversation starter. So you can be very strategic with how you dress, and also just try to look presentable all the time. My next tip, and I don't remember which tip we're at, I think this is tip number 5, might relate more to like people in STEM majors, but I think it's applicable nonetheless. When it comes to extracurriculars and all the activities that you want to join everything, try everything, like live your best life, but narrow down to like 1 or 2 that you're gonna commit to and try to make impact in. Like still do everything, but have 1 or 2 extracurriculars or clubs that like you want to have impact in. And I would suggest at least one of those clubs needs to be like related to your major, and that will help you to develop your technical skills. So for example, I was in this group called Dartmouth Humanitarian Engineering, and I kind of joined it because I wanted to like learn to be a better engineer and like practice what I'm learning in class. And so like I'm even thinking of like joining the F1 racing team here or that club, not necessarily because I'm interested in F1 racing, but because I'm a mechanical engineer and I feel like being in a club like that will help with my technical skill. So as I said, try to have impact or commit to 2 of those clubs. One that is going to sharpen your technical skills, something that's related to your major, and then the other, make it something that you're passionate about. And whenever things are related to like a social cause, that's always a plus. Tip number 6 is actually very brief, and it's just be kind, be nice, and be genuine to everybody. Honestly, I don't really have much more to say than that, but I can't tell you how much times like people have sent me like just the sweetest notes out of nowhere. Like, okay, let me show you guys a note that I got the other day. All right, y'all, so like this is a note that I got the other day, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, it's gonna focus, but it says like, it's this anonymous note, and it ended with, Dartmouth is a better place because you are here. And quite frankly, I don't really know what I did for someone to send this to me, but genuinely every day I just get up and I just try to be the nicest and most genuine and kindest person that I can be. And you just never ever know like whose day you could be making or whose life you could be impacting. So just move with kindness all the time. Like the mean girl standoffish narrative is so old and it's just not cute. So just be nice, be genuine to everyone, and be open to just talking and getting to know everybody. The other thing that I'll say about going into college, and this is so important because you're going to be interacting with people from like different backgrounds, who have different beliefs, who have different morals and values. You need to be clear on what your like guiding principles are, and on what your morals are, and on what your values are, because otherwise you're just going to be like pulled in every single direction if you stand for nothing. So get very clear before you like step onto your college campus, like what you stand for and what are the things that you're willing to like flex on, and versus the things that you're willing to like, these are like hard standards for you. The clearer you are on those is the better it will be for you. And honestly, if you think like, oh, you know, people are gonna think I'm lame, people are gonna judge me, no, people are going to respect you for it. Believe me, people are going to respect you for it. Like, don't be thinking people are going to be thinking negatively of you because you have standards. As long as you're respectful when you're communicating them, like, believe me, people will think of you highly because they know, oh yeah, this girl doesn't play around, this girl knows what she's about, this girl has standards. So yeah, before you go, I'd suggest like writing down what are the things that like are very core to you, what are the things that you will not flex on, bend on, because again, if you know those going into college, it's just going to be very, very helpful. My last tip is to set boundaries and take care of yourself. Whether that boundary is, okay, no work after 11 p.m. or that boundary is at least 7 hours of sleep every night, or that boundary is, I don't know, whatever your boundaries are, you need to set them, and just remember to take care of yourself. College is very stressful. It is genuinely very stressful, and you're always gonna have things to do, you're always gonna have demands on your time, and it's going to get very easy to run yourself down and to get stuck in emotions. But you honestly have to put in effort to take care of yourself. Please remember that you are your greatest asset, and when you take care of yourself, like when you are thriving internally, it's gonna benefit everyone. You're gonna do better work, you're gonna feel better about yourself, you're gonna be kinder and nicer to people, you're gonna, it's just a win-win. So just please decide what your boundaries are, enforce them, and take care of yourself. So yeah guys, that's what I have to say. I think that was about 8 tips, and like I have so much more I want to say that I think I've learned, especially over the last year. But again, I'm trying to like separate into like social stuff, academic stuff, and like budgeting, finance stuff. So look up for those other 2 videos if you found this helpful. And if you're going into college like this August to September, congrats. It's gonna be a really cool time. It's gonna fly by. Like, I really can't believe I'm a rising senior. But hopefully like these tips help. I think if I had known some of these things, or like all of these things like going in, I would have been much better off. But hey, it's never too late to learn, and I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. And if you like this content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.